Okay, so in the Bible, God said that his people will go into slavery. They'll lose their nationality, they'll lose the culture, their identity. They'll serve a man that don't look like them. You get me? And they will worship a God that don't look like them. Give me Isaiah 1 verse 3.
1 verse 3. The ox knew of his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know. My people does not consider.
So when God's comparing his people to an ox and an ass, an ass and a cool. An ox and an ass. An ox knows who his owner is, he knows his voice. And an ass knows where his host is, the place that feeds him. But when it comes to God's people, they don't know who their God is, and they don't know who they are. And they don't really care to know who they are. Because when you ask the average black man who they are, they're going to say, black, African, I'm Egyptian. But when you go back to the Bible, people read the Bible, they was like, the Bible's a wet man's book. But when you read the Bible is the blackest book you ever walk the earth. It will be on the earth, to be honest. Like, you need Deuteronomy 28, verse 60.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So Egypt is talking about slavery, because the Israelites just came out of Egypt out of slavery. So the Israelites, it's prophesied that they will go back into slavery again, but this time by ships. In our history, if you go dockyard, you will see our history on ships. We're coming to Bermuda on iron shackles and all that. Yeah?
By the way, if I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
I mean, look at our history. Have we ever been back to our homeland? Read.
And there shall be sold unto your enemies.
And there you shall be auctioned off to your oppressors. Read.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
For slave men and slave women.
And no man shall buy you.
So no man will redeem you like Malcolm X tried to redeem us out of slavery. Martin Luther King tried. Who did Martin Luther King tried? What happened to him? Christ tried to do it. He died and was resurrected. But when Christ comes back, we're no longer going to be in captivity. No longer be in slavery. Give me verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So the Lord said, because you chose not to serve me, how you serve the Lord? Not really do singing. It's more so, give me verse 15.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, that thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
So if you don't do God's commandments, read,
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake you.
So that's why you serve the Lord. That's why you love him. So read verse 48 now.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So because the Israelites, our ancestors, look at the sign, you'll see who you are. Because they chose not to serve God, God said, okay, you can serve your enemies. Because it seems like you love them. Okay, read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee,
read,
in hunger.
Now you have to go to them for food. Read.
And in thirst.
Read.
And in nakedness. And in want of all things.
You want education, you want a bike, you want a house, you have to go to the nations that oppressed you and had your people in slavery. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee.
Until you are mentally destroyed. But that, I'm from the tribe of Benjamin. Or I'm from the tribe of Judah. They stripped that from us. And this Bible is no longer yours. The Bible is our book. See the God of this Bible? You know what they taught? It's a white man. But the God of the Bible is a black man. They stripped that identity from you. Now you call yourself a nigger. Guys call themselves niggas. They call themselves all manner of names, but God mentioned the portion of people. Make sense? So in 5 minutes I was able to explain that to you. So give me verse. So what's your nationality according to God?
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Where's your father from?
Yeah, definitely.
He's from Bermuda.
Yeah.
So you would be from the tribe of Benjamin. That's Red Sea near Black. A lot of our ancestors came from the islands and brought to Bermuda. So give me Deuteronomy 10 verse 12. So now that you know you're from the tribe of Benjamin, this is what God requires of you.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? What? To fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways.
What do you mean to fear God? Okay, good respect, but what else? Like your parents, if they tell you, back in the day, if they tell you, oh, let's say wash your dishes, and if you don't wash your dishes, you can receive a punishment. What does that mean? He said, keep my commandments. If you don't keep them, what happened to us? Slavery. Oppression. You were tortured in slavery as well. That's the Lord's punishment. So respect him by keeping his commandments, but also be scared of him because what happened to you. Follow. Read.
And to love him,
And to love him, read.
and to serve the Lord thy God, with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Because tomorrow is not promised to you. Read.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
So that's how you do all that. Just keep the commandments. It's as simple as that. Keep the commandments. That's how you serve the Lord. That's how you love. That's how you pray. And that's how you get understanding of the Bible. Because many people think they have a relationship with God. Many people think they understand this Bible, but they don't keep commandment number 1. So they're a bunch of liars. They don't know nothing. So don't let a pastor from the Sunday Adventist church, from the Sunday church, tell you some of this. You don't see him applying nothing in here. Follow. Let me give you one last. Let me give you a commandment. What's today? 27. But what day of the week is it? 7th day. And what's important about this day? Yeah, rest. So, what things can you not do on the 7th day? Okay.
Or anything that requires rest.
Cool. And what can you do?
I think that's no purpose of it.
It is no preference. Give me Leviticus 23 verse 4. You missed one more thing. You said working, no buying, and cooking.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation.
What's a holy convocation? It's a gathering, a holy gathering. So you must be around like-minded people. People that believe that, or know that they're Israelites. Not just based on prophecy. Well, it's good that you know based on prophecy, but also when you read the history behind it. Yo, this matches my history. People in Africa, they call themselves Israelites. Follow. Like a lot of the Igbos call themselves Israelites. That's where many of our ancestors taken from.
You shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
So you must gather. So, going forward, I hope to see you at the school. But yeah, you have social media? So we have, you have dinner? Okay, so, give me a flyer.
You got a flyer? Good.
So on the back of the flyer, and we also have on Facebook. We have a Facebook. We have on TikTok. Same name. So all that. Stay up to date. Check that.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.